And here we are. I'm live. Cool. All right. What the heck? I'm trying to move this guy. Here we go. All right, now I can see if someone comments. All right, so here we go. This is our chat, and basically nothing happens when we press on this stuff. So I'm gonna go ahead and test Claude out. I'm not totally convinced that it's gonna be able to help much because this is kind of a large group of text, but basically Um, I'd like for you help me create a new function that is document.getElements by class for cells to make things happen when click on the cells based on the game. Especially need to display hits, read from the board, their own board, and it will require decrypting. So what function is that going to call, right? And this returns. We got the permit here, right? There's some kind of permit. It's join game, create game, place ships, fire shot, get ships. So there's a permit right here. Only sender. Get ships and get headboard. Decrypting, get ships, and get headboard. And querying. And all right, so let's see if because I really just want one function. So hopefully it doesn't give me a lot of stupid things to do. Okay, initialize board handlers. Okay, handle board player click. Interesting. So why don't I just have document.get? What, man? Why not use document.get elements by class and do everything there? Okay. Handle cell click. Class name cell and handle everything there. Okay, let's create a single function that uses document, yeah, to handle everything. Okay. Now let me explain the key functions. Okay. Function uses to get all elements. Okay. All right. Maybe I misunderstood what it was doing. Maybe. All right. Um. Okay. Does it log anything? Handle board player click. Um. All right. It seems the original code seems to use this, and it just makes sure to call this function after initializing the game. Okay. So init game, right? So we actually call that in there, right? So I think that just happens here. Let's just put it here and see if we just get any errors. All right, let's pull up the console and didn't cause any new errors. So what happens if I do this? Still nothing. See, that's kind of a problem, because the board handlers don't, nothing happens. So let me test and see. Handle opponent or handle player board. Click, okay. Log player. Player. Okay, or layer, sure. Doesn't really matter. And then opponent ops. All right, here we go. Okay, does this work? No. Why? Why would you be that bad? Why would you suck that badly, Claude? That's you're supposed to be state-of-the-art technology. I mean, come on. All right. Okay. Document and get elements by class name. Cell dot on mouse click, right? Or is it Java? Am I confusing this with Java? On mouse click, right? Document dot get class name. Okay. Let's see if this newer code does it. Init game, what? Okay. Okay. Okay, alright, sorry. Sorry, Claude. I didn't recognize your game. But you did. And you added a bunch of asyncs and a bunch of, and then you changed one function slightly. Okay. So let's function after initializing the game. Initialize board handlers. Does it do that like, you know, so it calls init game. Okay, so it calls this thing inside of the init game function. That's okay. Okay, so in the init game, opponent.add event listener, click. Okay. Opponent board. Okay, so we added. All right, let's just see if this works. Okay. Nothing happens. All right, so Claude sucks. And it's completely useless for me right now. Not good. All right. Cool. So let me just refresh that entire thing because Claude, you really disappointed me there. That's why you got to keep your JavaScript files more condensed. So basically, in this init game function, init game, we actually already had this player board thing, right? Add event listener. Let me just console.log and see if something happens. Log beans. Okay. All right, console.log beans. Okay. Shouldn't do it here, but here it should do beans. Here it should say beans. Yeah, but no beans over here. All right. So we like that. So opponent board dot add. Wait, this is. Excuse me, I'm confusing myself because this one ends. Okay, because there's this too. So this is all really actually one line. All right. Point being, we need player board. Add event listener, console.log. Okay. So we actually don't need an event listener for the. We actually don't need an event listener technically for the own board, right? Because you can't change the hit board, right? So, and we do have the ability to, as I understand it, actually place ships, right? Let me make sure that if I go to Web Academy in this one, I go and create a new game. I connect the wallet and then create a new game. Can you tell me what game ID I gotta join? So 18. Alright, so we're gonna join game 18. Join the game. Join the game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I can no longer place my ships. What the hell is that? Place ships. Alright, 1, 2. Oh, this is not supposed to be doing this ugly gray color. Oh shit, I accidentally just spent a bunch of money, didn't I? Yep. Okay, so we're playing game 18. Alright. Game 18. Generate board, submit board. Comes up on MetaMask. Boom. Oh man. Okay. Well, the game 18. So now I wasn't supposed to have this ugly color. Definitely cannot. I should now be able to fire a ship, right? Okay. Point is this thing works. So, all right, let's just focus on now doing this, right? If game state and is player turn. So how does it calculate is player turn, right? Is player turn. Because I didn't even have a wait, is current player turn. It's a placeholder. Huh. Okay, async function is current player turn. Okay, all right. So we're just randomly doing is current. Okay, so instead of that, what we're gonna do is, do I even have much of this currency left? Not a whole lot, frankly. But I can get more. So I have player one's turn, right? So dot get game state dot player one's turn. I don't think that the existing contract has that, but it's going to be something like contract dot get game, right? We have a contract object. It's called battleship contract, right? Yeah, battleship contract. All right, wait, where are we working? Down at the placeholder. Holder. Where else is there a placeholder? Okay. Return. Okay. Battleship contract dot game dot game ID, right? It's kind of the same as some of these other ones, right? It's like join game ID input, this thing, right? All right, so we're gonna do these. All right. So that'll ship that game. One. All right, and so it works. Because we have an games one. Games one. Put up a contract dot games one. Let game data equals games one turn console log game data but then it'll be games dot return game data dot player one's turn. Is current player. How many times do I use this? Okay, is player one's turn. Is current player turn is different than is player turn. So is current player turn. You know, I like that we have that in JavaScript because current player is. We also do have a signer.address, right? Get signer address. Get address. We got a lot of these. Signer address. Okay. That's signer.get address. Okay. Okay. Well. Is current player team. Current slot return player one's turn. So we have this thing, right? And we also have to get we have to get players, right? So really dot players. How exactly does this break down? I think I have had this before, like console.log game data. Anyway, does this even get called? Or does it get called? In the check game state? Or does check game state probably get called a lot? I don't know. Gotta add an await there. All right. Games, game ID. So this is one Claude could have theoretically done pretty quickly, right? Get current account as well. Huh. Never used that. Yeah, this is a real jumble of a code base, honestly. So let's say is current player turn. Because it goes, there's just add player one. Okay, because it's just signer address. Okay, let player one. Equals game data dot player one. Right? And we let player two equals game data dot player two. Oops. Two. And then so then that player one's turn. All right, so then okay, now we want to do our return statement inside of a conditional, so we can go ahead and have if player one equals signer address and game data dot player one's turn. Oops. Then that's so long. It's your turn. Log, it's your turn. Okay. Else, let's do it up here. Else, player else, else if same thing except if player two equals signer address and game data dot player one's turn is not true, then console.log, it's your turn, else you're not a player, right? Else not your game. Console.log not your game. So we can actually, instead of doing the console, we can do this. This is UI console function. Just dun dun. So then here it will just return true or false. Right here, return true. Right. Um, return true, return true, return false. Okay. All right. So now we can go back into Remix. And I think we have that one to do. Do we want to go ahead and solve that? Subs are valid. No, we don't really care that much about somebody doing invalid cells at this point in the game. Okay, so let's go ahead and deploy this. Oh, no, doing 25. Let's hold on. So then we deploy this. Now we have this contract, and we can go here. Benchmark it, constant JS. We go here. We got to do the whole ABI thing. All right. Okay. So now we should be able to create a game 19. It's not right. Create game. 0. Great. Also got the same thing over here. Join game. 0. Boom. Generate board. Generate board. ID 0. Place ships. That's just wrong. Please. It's greater than if game ID is less than 0. Okay. That was just a JavaScript bug. So didn't know what it was doing. Alright. So I can do this. A bit of 0. Place ships. No. Please enter a positive integer. I don't need to. I don't need to do that. I just changed the code so that way I didn't need to do that. Enter A. Okay, is less than 0. Is less than 0. Is less than 0. Yeah, wait. What? Is less than 0. Okay. All right, now that's going to be solved. Cool. All right. 0. Place ships. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay, now it's the right color. Nice. Okay. I'm pretty sure I've already placed these ships, right? Board submitted successfully. Cool. So now we can actually play the game, right? What happens if we do this? What you mean? What you mean, my boy? Why is this not working? Oh man, the game is valid, right? the game should be valid. And they made this. I don't know if it was good to make a okay. All right, but now we have ID 0. No reason. I don't know. I'm surprised this isn't throwing an error or whatever if it's going to be a problem. So we need to go back to that game and say, okay, well, we have this player board. We'll need this, right? Console.log beans, right? So this is working. I understand it. What the? Where is that? I was never getting that problem before. What? Why did it suddenly stop working like this? That's absurd. Good. Good. Nice. Logged in successfully. Okay. Boom. Beans, right? So where's this not working, right? So if game state equals playing, okay, game state, if game state equals it's like equals, if it equals, hang on, equals 1, if game dot state, right? So game, okay, game dot state equals 1. Okay. We are here, right? Okay. So what does this do? That's game equals await, yeah. All right. So this is not necessarily let's just do console.log game.state. It's not going to know what game ID is in here, is it? Okay. Yeah, I guess I will know what that is. So we needed to know we need to do this with input equals, okay. We're going to do this inside of the event listener, right? Yep. All right. So inside of the event listener, game equals, okay. Okay, console.log. All right, so game ID input this means game equals game state console. We don't want to do means here. We want to do game.state. Okay, so game.state ought to be await is a reserved identifier. It's okay. In game async. All right. There's what? Async function. In game await. Okay. Await is a reserved identifier. Maybe this needs to be await. Add event listener, click async. Um, where exactly does it go? Click okay. Let me ask Claude. It probably sucks. Is getting the error await is reserved. Okay, so okay. Error counting is supposed to be using a wait function, set function does not declare the thing. Okay. Yeah, async e. Okay. Yeah. Maintains the event listener. Async. Okay. So let's change function init game. So how does that look? Add event listener, click comma async e. All right, that maybe should solve the issue. That seems to. For this, get beans one. For this, beans one, beans one, beans zero. Okay, what if we go here? It's 0. Okay. Okay, so this is all working. We have only 3. We have plenty, right? Definitely have not finished the game. All right, so cool. All this is working, right? So if game dot state equals 1 and is player turn, I would assume is okay, so we'll do an is player turn equals equals what is that called? Is current player turn. Okay. All right. So if this is true, all right. So we can make sure that this is right. If all right. That's from self fire shot position. So fire shot is something that I'm calling here. So let's just console lock firing. All right. Console log firing. Okay. And let's just see what happens here. Okay, we're all good. Boom. It does get to the firing, but something is wrong with actual firing. Okay, that's fine. Not is slow return. Something wrong with a big number? Okay, so technically the um, ship placement is buggy, but that's okay. And then also displaying the headboard is not implemented. Okay. Okay. But we're in the fire shot business right now. Okay. So did it give me a line? I don't think it would. It wouldn't give me a line. It would be. The question is, okay, where would the big number era hit? It's probably somewhere. You'd have to assume it's somewhere in this thing, invalid big number. So current game ID doesn't really seem to. Okay. So what do we need? We need a current. We need 2 units. Um. Right. For shots, 2 units. Okay. Maybe the 8 might be a problem here. Because I think it prefers 256s. It's okay. Try current game and look console. Log. Current game ID. Position. And so then let's just see, if there's any glaring issues there. That'll be by doing this. 0. Okay. Yeah, it seems like there was a glaring issue there, as I understand it, right? No. 339. So current game ID is null. Okay. So since we do this in the fire shot position, right? We should probably also have the game ID. Game ID, and then in here, well, game ID in position, right? So let's do it this way, just so it matches. Game ID. Position, game ID, game ID, and position, game ID, fire shot, fire shot, fire shot, fire shot. Game ID. Okay. That would definitely seemingly solve the issue. All right. All right. Miss. Waiting for opponent. Whoa. Error checking game state. Okay. All right. So this is actually the point where 409. Okay, that's interesting. So technically, I do know where. Well, I don't remember exactly where things are. Hang on. Okay, so technically that should have been a miss. Well, let me just see what happens if I do this. It's your turn. It's not my turn. Miss. Waiting for opponent. No, this is not working. It's always a miss. I don't even think it's doing anything on chain here. Get balance. 0.163. So I can't join a new game. 136. 136. Okay, point being 409. That's where we got an issue. So somewhere in the check game state issue, we got what kind of error? Invalid big number? Type null? Current game ID just must not be updating. Game equals, okay, so current game ID. Really check game state should take a game ID as its argument. Game ID, game, submit chip, the license check, game ID, game ID. Okay. Check game state. Where else here? Check game state. Game ID. ID. Oops. Game ID. Okay. Game ID. Game ID. So then check game state. In here, it feels game ID. Game ID. Alright. And that in theory would just change some of the picture as far as that goes. We can just see if anything happens here. My turn. So this is Beans. Your turn. Is any of this happening on chain? No. Not. Alright. But it's not giving an error. Okay. So fire ship. Fire ship. Or fire shot. Um, See, it shouldn't be saying it's my turn, right? It should be saying it's not your turn, right? So fire shot is being called, right? Game ID. Right, we are getting that firing. It's like, boom. Things. We're not even getting firing. What? Why is it not firing a shot? Okay. Let me look at okay, where fire shots should be firing. Okay. What? Okay, yeah, that makes sense. All right, so this should only appear. Okay. So, we are getting beans though, right? All right. We get when we press this, it says beans, right? And it says 2, and then it gives an array. And this fourth thing is what? Oh, okay, wait. So when we press this, it does what? It logs beans, 2, this thing, your turn, it twice. Your turn twice. Why would it do your turn twice? It's your turn. Really shouldn't appear that many times, right? It's your turn is current player turn. Right? It shouldn't log it twice. If player 1 equals signer address equals signer address and not player 1's turn, it's your turn. So somehow maybe both of these are, because this game data is happening, right? Seems like it's calling is player turn, and then it is not logging the game data, and then it is saying it's your turn, and then it's saying it's your turn again. Okay, just make sure that somehow this is not the same person, you know, player 1, player 2. Gotta do player 2. Okay, maybe these are null or something. No? Okay. So if player 1 equals signer address, is it supposed to be like and player 1's turn, and is it 2 ands? No? Okay. Okay, we have okay, JavaScript and let me just make sure. This is one big int. Number and a big int. Is there and though? No logical. The logical and. Okay. I do think I do want double. And Okay. Player 1, let's tell us about log signer address, sure. Um, okay. We're just gonna have to freaking true. Okay. So I'm player 1, and it's my turn. So, therefore, maybe I messed up. Okay. If player 2, if you're the signer, if you're player 2, and it's not player 1's turn, then it's your turn. So maybe it's running check game state twice, right? Let me make sure it's. Let me make sure my original assumption was wrong. Let's not see. Let's go. Okay. So it's just it's running check game state twice. Okay. What was the fundamental problem I was actually trying to solve? So it does appear that it is my turn. So the question is, if it's my turn, then why doesn't this fire? Okay. Fire shot. Okay. Okay. All right. This doesn't log. I don't get jazz. No jazz. Okay. Game net state. About log. Is player turn. Is current player turn async or something? It is. Okay, so it's probably just because it's like a promise or something. All right. Okay. So it's your turn. And we're still not getting any jazz. Okay. Okay, we're getting 159 true. All right. If is player turn, okay, if game.state equals 1, equals 2, why would it be finished? What, is the game finished? That doesn't make any sense. Why would that be 2? Fire shot. Um, hmm. For some reason, it thinks the game's finished. Okay, we have, okay, original. All right, if game that encounters target. Okay. So I have not enough balance to properly. All right, I think I have some PNP. Yeah, that's it. Everything broke. Yep, I got plenty of it in this account, right? And I'm playing against something else, right? I'm gonna go to this account is different, right? Does this one need a reload? Oh yeah, they both need a reload. Okay, so I do one of these. All right, cool. So the account, copy. All right. Send. Hey. 1, 2. Okay. And you also gotta have this, which is I guess into that. Okay, so that really, I think, maybe gets me enough to maybe start one new game. Hang on. Okay, and we can actually maybe test it then. Okay, now let's create a new game. Create a new game. Play you want. Now we're waiting for the opponent. Oh, let's join this. No problem. Join game. I generate a board. Hit the board. Right. Let's see what happens if I do this. If I start trying to play the game. True or false. Okay. Let's. Oh. Place ships. Place your ships. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Alright, ships placed, waiting for opponent. Okay. Opponent has placed ships. So this is game state 302, I think. Okay, what happens if I do this? Jazz went. Firing, 0. 342. Oh, miss. Jazz firing, Jazz firing, Jazz firing, Jazz firing, Jazz firing. Oh, what? So it's doing this even if it's not my turn. False. 160. 160. Okay, so somehow if I placed 5, it's moving the state forward. So it must be doing hit counters target. Check if the game has in it. Game dot hit counters target. What? Check if the game has in it. Fire shot. Game dot hit counters. Hit counters. We don't have hit counters, do we? What is hit counters? Map address to a unit. Counters. Okay. Was it just doing fire shot, increase it every time? Depending on if it's a hit. Fire shot that hit counters. Okay. Update hit board and counter game that hit boards. Target position equals if hit equals 1. Hit equals FHE decrypt. Unit hit equals FN is hit. Okay. I think we must have had the fire shot game the position. FHE that equals FHE as UN 8 0 is hit equals FHE. Something's wrong with this and this solidity. Because I was getting 1s earlier, right? When I would do this 2, right? I'll get, yeah, 1, and then on that 5th shot is when I get 2 in here, right? Okay, 1, that's the second one, third one, fourth one, 5th one. Yeah, all right. So it's just adding, it's not even actually doing an operation here. Equal is hit equals FHE that equals. So these two things look exactly like the same thing. So that would make sense. It would always be doing the wrong thing. All right. Evil is hit equals FHE dot equals. It's not right. Yeah. All right, so we need to do an see if this position input, right, is this seems like a weird line of code to me. Okay. For this is wrong. You want to do FHE dot hit or wait shipboards game dot shipboards. Are we even talking to shipboards here in this? Shipboards. Okay, yeah, it is doing it. Game.shipboards target I and okay. So for it really shouldn't be total ship sales. Or oh, okay, yeah, it would be total ship sales, right? All right, so you started off right. You initialize it as something that's true. Um, evil is hit. Okay, you just have evil is hit, and then okay, is hit equals FHE. You would want to do a break. Like if it's hit, then it's like all right, cool. And it's hit. And not is hit. Or you would just do a break, right? Okay, you would just do a break if. Okay, so is hit equals FHE or equal. Wouldn't it just be this? Aren't you just trying to find if these two things are equal? If is hit equals FHE equal game shipboard target I means position is hit. Let's do it like that. And not is hit. And what is that? Not equal, I had to type evil. FHE dot that is hit. Why would it? Why was is hit even be an encrypted bool? Um, I is less than. I'm not trying to do it. Built-in binary operator cannot be applied to. How do you do and solidity? Solidity operators. Plus, minus, equal, greater than, logical, and. All right. And. So then FHE equals name that reports target equals FHE. Okay, evil. Um, Bull. It's a hit. I might need to look at the Phoenix docs for this Phoenix docs because it seems like if you're doing an FHE operation, you want it to return a regular bool or a regular operation. I guess maybe not with like operations, but so anyway, getting started. Here's evils. Okay, four functions of evils as evil, right? Decrypt encrypted data. Decrypts back to its plain function. This specific this value. Okay, decrypt. Z is hit equals decrypt. What? Decrypt? How do you? What do you mean? FHE dot decrypt dot decrypt. Okay, and then I don't know what this is. Not found. Okay. Okay. Update hit is counter. Game dot headboards. Fire shot. I feel like it should almost return and is hit. It's not a read, I guess. So, game dot hit boards equals. You're just doing position, right? Position. UN8 board cells. All right. Hmm. Ba, 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 ba. Okay. Game dot shipboards. All right. Where is this thing? All right. Hit. Okay. Update hit board encounter. Game dot hitboards dot target. Okay, that's the address. Dot position. Okay. Equals. Really, this should be an array of because it's like something is either not been selected. So really, yeah, it should be UN8's hit boards. Yeah, if it's a 2, then it would be a hit, right? Okay. So if is hit, okay. Okay, so if is hit, okay, if it is hit, then this this thing equals 2. Else it equals 1. And then so miss. Game is ended. Bool. Okay, shots fired. Let's go here and say bool. All right, and then this should survive. Okay. If game that hit counters target hit counters. Okay, hit counters plus plus. Okay, right. Counter target plus plus. And then if game if game target equals that, then game state equals game state dot finish. And then game ended. Game last action timestamp equals okay. Okay, I guess that's better code. I hope it's right. So otherwise I'm gonna have to get fancy with the old gameplay loop. Let's look at the code. And I don't think that we've really look at the shots fired. That's where shot fire shot. Right? We fire it. Check game state. Interesting. What are we doing there? Okay. Well, what do we do in the fire shot? Because we do want to see if it's a 2, right? Get hit board, right? We have a get hit board function. Right, get hit board. Game, so it returns a board. It returns a uint array. Right. So for those, and that's the address. So we need to get the get hit board. Right. All right. So it returns total number of cells, right? And so return a board, right? Return board. What is board? Return board. Board is an array of ants, right? For okay, so you'd want to do a get hit board thing, and I just don't think that we necessarily even had anything to do with that. Get hit board. Okay, we do. All right. Get hit board and comment. Update opponent hit board. Const hit board equals await a cell for each if hit board index equals add 2. If equals 1. 1. All right. All right, cool. So now we can deploy this. All right, we got the ABI right here. All right. And then we go alrighty. So see if we can create a game. Video 0. 0, join game. Connect wallet, join game. Boom. And then we forward. Okay, so now we have no mounts at all. Huh. We might need a little bit more than that to play the game. Only 0.3 or whatever. What happens if we do this? All right, 5. Miss. Waiting for opponent. No, it's not my turn. No, it's not my turn. No, it's not my turn. I don't have any gas now. Huh. Hit balance. I should have checked and seen what the balance was before. Or I just got really angry right there. 3. 0.035. 5, and then around here it's 0.037, so Because I placed the ships, and presumably I did actually fire a ship. I wonder if I can fire a ship in here. Fire shot, game ID 0, position 1. Game is not in playing state. Well, somehow you messed up, Mr. Code. Not my fault. All right, probably is. Probably is. Fire shot. Game is not in playing state. Okay. Require message.sender equals game.player 2, not a player in this game. Okay. If game player, if it's player 1, if game.player 1's turn, you know, maybe we don't change it. Maybe we're not changing it when it's player 1's turn, huh? If, yeah, that would be the reason. Because we're not ever saying player 1's turn, right? C, Control V, right? We establish it, we do it right here, and we never say, we never turn player 1's turn. Yeah, we never, in the fire shot game require, okay, so, if it's, okay, wait. So, meanwhile, it's still, I don't think I would have hit all of the things anyway, but this is an error. So if game.player 1's turn, you require that it's the caller, and then you go and do okay, update. You're doing your updates down here though. So then you just changed game.player 1's turn. Is there like a way in Solidity? What a bull is? Like, bulls, okay. Okay, oh, I'll just be like, oh, the bull equals not bull. Interesting. Okay. So I'll be like, game. So we do all this, and then, game.player 1's turn equals not player 1's, and equals, oops, equals not game.player 1's turn. Huh. I wonder if I have any TFHE anywhere else. Or I'll have to mine it. All right, well, it's been a decent stream. I'm gonna keep working. But yeah, good that I was able to get in with some Solidity. I gotta figure out what to get some more gas here. So I'll be ending this live stream.